Hello everyone, my name is Anna and welcome to Cactus Caffeine. Today I am going to give you guys a tour in my backyard and hopefully I am able to show you what's been going on with my collection. I apologize for not being able to post regularly these past few weeks. I work for a school district and I recently accepted a temporary assignment that requires me to render longer working hours. Thus, I am not able to spend as much time as I want here in my backyard. Hi, Shadow. Shadow. As I was saying, so it is fall right now, and finally today I had a day off, so I have a few hours to spend here in my backyard. I was tidying up and we got hit by strong winds early on this week and I had lots of broken terracotta pots. Unfortunately, my shade cloths also got blown away, some of them. That's why I had this folded against the wall because they were knocked down by the wind. Over there I still have the shade cloth up. I decided not to extend this anymore because recently the weather has been better than it was during the summertime. We still get a lot of sun, although it is not as hot anymore. Our morning temperatures are in the 60s or 70s, and then at nighttime it would drop to the 50s. There were a few nights when we dropped to high 40s, but just for a few hours. But like I said, morning temperatures are in the 60s and in the 70s, and I think my cacti are loving that temperature. They all look much healthier, much fatter than they used to during summertime. And I'm going to show you guys one recent development here that I just noticed. If you remember this totem pole cactus, I've had this here in the ground for I don't know, maybe 5 years now, and all it did was just grow taller. It never grew an arm in that 5 years, but lo and behold, recently I just noticed that look there in the back, it finally grew an arm, and I'm so excited because I want this to be more fuller, not so much taller, but more of having arms or branches at the bottom. And now I finally got one. Also, this is a cutting that I got from my mother-in-law. I rooted it and it did not just root, but it also grew two more babies on the side or two more arms. So I'm happy about that. I also recently took out my rainbow hedgehog seedlings. When they were in the or under the shade cloth, I noticed that the spines would not turn pink. They remained white like this. But as soon as I placed them out here in more sunlight, the spines turned pink at the top. So I guess that's the secret. To make this more pink, you gotta give them more sunlight. Here is my Saro family. I grew these from seed, except for this biggest one. This one was the first award that I bought. And then all these, I grew them from seed. I gave most of them out because I don't plan to be holding on to so many saguaros. So I kept four. But these are way younger, so much younger than that one. And yet the seedlings are growing faster. So maybe in about a year, I think, or two, all these seedlings will be much bigger than the one that I originally bought. And then here I have all my pharaoh cacti that are in pots. This one I bought this because I was planning to use this as a grafting stock, but then I fell in love with it and I decided to just grow it instead of using it as a grafting stock. Unfortunately, I do not know their names except for this one with the yellow spines. That one is a Cactus glaucescens. But the rest, they all came unlabeled. This one, I grew this one from seed. I was jogging around here in Vegas and I found a cactus that was growing in the desert and it was in fruit. So I picked up one of the fruit and sowed the seeds. All the other seedlings died except for this one. So this one made it. I do not know what it is, but I have a feeling, I think this is the fish hook cactus, fish hook barrel, because one of its spines is hooked, but I'm not 100% sure. And then over here, see what happened here? The wind blew it off, so this got exposed. I was afraid that the plants here will burn because these are the plants that needed more shade, and then all of a sudden this got blown away, and it was open for 4 days now. But fortunately, looking at the plants in here, nothing got burned, luckily, so they seem to be fine. So the weather is cooperating. I recently purchased this gymnokissum variegated. Look how nice the color is. It was sold at Star Nursery at a very cheap price. It is grafted on a dragon fruit rootstock, and I was planning to degraft this, but I never got the chance to do it. But hopefully I can do it before winter starts. But that is why I have this grafted one on this. I don't like the rootstocks, so I'm planning to degraft it. It's big enough now that I think it will be fine in its own roots. I also started moving some of my aloes here. I was trying to get all my aloes in this rack, but I have not finished, and still you will see some aloes tucked in somewhere right there. But I was hoping to get all my aloes in here because the aloes at this time of the year are starting to grow with cooler temperatures. See, a lot of them have been blooming. They've started to um, gain some color, not too much yet, but some of them have started to develop their stress colors because of the colder temperatures. See, so hopefully maybe around December I'll be able to do a tour of all my aloes. This is the Christmas Carol. See, the edges are starting to turn pink, but it will look so much better with cooler temperatures. And then down here I have some seedlings. These are seedlings that I repotted this year. These are all Parodia rosoliatus. Okay, and then some here and there seedlings. See, I still have this soil and broken pots that I need to clean up, and I blame the wind on that as well. I have not really gotten much time organizing them. I started organizing my cacti because I was hoping I could do a fall tour, and I was trying to arrange them by genus, but I did not finish. As you can see here, I have, except for this one, okay, these are all my astrophytum. I was trying to put them all together, but like I said, I did not finish, so I still have a few astrophytum tucked elsewhere. And then I was trying to group all my stenocactus in here. Then on this rack, I started grouping all my gymnokissums here. Okay, this is my variegated gymnokissum that was given to me by Daz of Cacti Mania. It is very prolific in terms of growing pops. I've already taken out a lot, like a lot. One time it was covered all over with pops, but then unfortunately not a single pop was variegated, at least the ones that I took off. Now I could see that this one pop here is starting to show a little variegation, but none of the others showed variegation. Even the ones that grew out of a variegated aerial, they were completely green. And so I was able to disprove that what others say, that if pop or a cactus grows from a variegated aerial, you will get a variegated pop. Well, not all the time. Most likely you will, but not all the time, like what this cactus has shown. Anyway, here are all my other gymnokissum. Here I have a crested Mihanovici. This grew a lot this summertime. Look, it's even pushing the pot to the side. This needs a bigger pot. When I bought this, I got this from Planta Seca. It was just half the size of this. But I am surprised for a crested one. Usually crests don't grow as fast, but this one grew a lot. I have some more colored gymnokissums here. These ones I got from Palm Street. Okay, I don't think I was able to show the video yet, but these are my recent purchases from Palm Street. And then all my other gymnos, they're actually looking so much better. Some of them have even been blooming this past few weeks. And then down here, I have some of my mammillarias. Well, actually, not all of them are mammillarias. I take it back. I see a stenocactus here. Like I was saying, I was trying to organize my cacti for a fall tour, but I was not able to complete it. On this side of my backyard, see, the shade cloth also snapped and exposed the cacti on this side of the wall and this rack directly under the sun. And I could see my Peruvian monstros right there that turned yellow on the side. That's because of the sudden exposure to the sun. Also, some echinopsis there showed signs of yellowing, but I think they will be fine. Oh well, it is what it is. And as far as the cacti here, so it is still messy. I'm not planning anymore to, arrange them soon, because pretty soon I will be moving most of them anyway inside my greenhouse. Not all of them, but those that are delicate, those that will not be able to withstand our freezing temperatures during the winter time, I will be moving my gymnokissum, my astrophytum collection, and all the other cacti that cannot withstand freezing temperatures. Mellow cactus, definitely, I will be moving them inside the greenhouse, and also many of my seedlings. All right, from here, turning left, I have another rack here. This is where I keep my seedlings. They need more protection from sunlight, so they are covered here, partially covered by shade cloths. I have a few grafted cacti here because I was planning to make a grafting and degrafting video, but I have not started or haven't found the time to do that yet. My grafts are already growing very big. But someday I hope I can still show you guys that video. More seedlings in here. And then at the back of this is my greenhouse. It's a tiny greenhouse, 4 feet by 5 feet, where some of my cacti will spend their winter time in here. I am late this year. Usually around this time I should be cleaning my greenhouse and moving some of the cactus in here, but I have not done that yet. And look, it's still a mess inside. So right now it's just a storage for my gardening tools. But yep, pretty soon I would have to work on this, hopefully before freezing temperature arrives. So I gave you a tour on that side a while ago, and now I am on this side of the garden. I have a few more. The columnars are in here. Oh look, my cactus is in flower. So every now and then I will get flowers this fall season. Not as much as I do during spring and summertime, but some of them, with cooler temperatures, they started blooming once again. The other day I had my Parodias blooming. I also had, which one? The Trichocereus would also bloom. One or two flowers, not a lot, but at least I get some colors once again in my garden. And this is another totem pole. My totem pole this summertime, for some reason, they all started developing an arm. If you can remember, this is the totem pole cutting that I got from my mother-in-law January, I think. Oh, no, December of last year. I made a video when I got this from her, and then I planted it in this pot. And look at how many branches it grew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's a tiny one there. 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, 9 arms. So next springtime, I definitely would have to take some of the arms off. I don't think that main trunk can support all that branches unless I plant it in the ground, but I will figure it out next year. Here's my Mexican fence post in the pot that is now way taller than me. And here is another aloe. This is the Swordfish Aloe. Look at all the blooms. It's loving this weather. And again, before in one of my videos, I was asking you guys if you have this and if they produce offsets, because this never produced an offset. It just grew bigger and taller. But this summertime, look, I found an offset here and another one back there. It is definitely baby boom season for my plants this year. And talking about offsets, this is another one that surprised me. This is an Echinocereus shiri that I got from Mesa Gardens. I bought this, the cacti, and this has never flowered for me, and I was surprised. Looked at how many seedlings that grew around it. So I don't know. It looks like this mother plant. So I'm guessing these are also Echinocereus shiri, but it puzzles me because I've never seen the bloom on this. So it never had a fruit, and yet it developed all these babies around it. I don't know if those are attached to the cacti, but I've never seen a cacti do this. But we'll see. Or maybe birds drop random cacti seeds on this pot and they grew. We'll see when they grow what they turn out to be. And then down here on this table, I have a few more cacti here. Some Echinocereus, Herodias, Copiapoa, some more tucked down here. From this table, I also have this center table here, also full of cacti. My Rebutias, I placed them all in here. They did not like our summer at all. I lost several Rebutias over the summer. Somehow with the cooler weather, they seem to be waking up. Most of them I think went dormant in the summertime. And when I did water during the summer, a lot of them just melted. They rotted. Some of them are still trying to wake up or recover from the heat, like this one right here. This one looks so much better now, but this one right here, I don't know if that's still alive. And here is another Epithelantha micromeris that I also grafted just this summertime, and oh my gosh, look how big it is. That little one right there is a new growth. When I grafted the seedling in here, this is a seedling that I grew. It was as small as that one. And so that seedling is now this big, and this mother seedling is now growing an offset on the side. Under our fig tree, I have some potted cacti in here. This is the Opuntia centerita that Cindy of Addicted to Succulents sent me. She sent it to me as a cutting, so it was one unrooted pad with a little pad starting to develop from it. But just over the summer, look at how many pads it grew. I now have 3 stacks of pad. So this is doing very well for me, Cindy. Thank you so much. And then here is the side of my backyard where I had this big Ficus opuntia indica. And someone's been digging in here. I have 2 dogs. I wonder which one I have to put on timeout for digging underneath in here. But anyway, so here's the garden on this side, and then I'll show you the back side. Here's another big pharaoh cactus. Okay, so this is the strawberry hedgehog Echinus. These guys are very hardy. It is very hot here against the wall on this side. They look like they were dying during the summertime, but looks like they are recovering pretty fast. My Aloe procera still has its leaves, but pretty soon it will start losing or dropping all those leaves in the winter time. And here we are around and in front on the other side. And this is my big golden barrel. And from this side of the garden, we come back right from where we started on this section. Okay, so again, guys, I apologize for not being able to upload as frequently as I used to. But rest assured that every now and then, if I find a time, I will try to make a video or 2, or maybe do some posts or even live feeds, live videos in Facebook or in Instagram. I also would like to thank those who have been sending me messages asking me how I am. I appreciate all of you. If you make comments in my videos, I may not be able to answer all of them, but rest assured that I read them. I put a like and a heart just for you to know that I do read your messages and your comments. Okay, so thank you guys for joining me today. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Follow me in Facebook and in Instagram. And until next time, bye everyone, and cheers!